welcome to Riverside, California, and it's very bright and sunny here in the sim, not in Boston. It's so cold today. It's like 4 degrees Fahrenheit out, which is, I don't know, negative 15 Celsius or something. And so I'm happy to be inside and happy to do probably one of my favorite races every year. This is the 3rd year now that we'll be taking the historic sports cars around Riverside International Raceway, a wonderful circuit that was lost to us in 1989, I think. I hope you're doing well out there. And I hope you're ready to see some classic cars today, because it's a 60 cars today out here at Riverside. We've got an even more extended grid than in past years, but here for the Riverside 200. And this one, like I said, I've done it the past couple of years, and it's been such a fun race. Last year's especially was one of the most favorite races, one of my favorite races that I've ever done, I think. Racing against Jimmy. Had a bit of a car advantage, but was able to still put a good enough race together to come out on top, and I actually won something. That's not the only reason why I think back fondly to it. It was just a really good race, and today's will be interesting, a little bit different this year than in the past. But thank you for coming out. We're sitting here about 1 hour from the start of the race, so if you're here to watch the race, it's going to start in just about 1 hour. But before then, we've got a little bit of practice. We've got qualifying, which is going to be 60 cars on track at the same time, all trying to qualify for this thing. And hopefully can come out somewhere in a decent position at the end of it. Get to the end first of all, and I don't know, maybe have some battles along the way. Let's take a look at this wonderful spotter's guide that Nate Cowan has put together. Let me just get these cars a little bit turned down in the background. All right. Hope you're doing all right today. I'm doing very well. This is exactly what I need. But this is all 60 cars that we're going to be racing, and one of the cool things this year, they've allowed custom paint schemes. Not every car is a custom paint scheme, but many of them are, and they've made them look somewhat accurate to the times, I guess you could say. So you can't just paint, a modern-looking car. You got to kind of keep it looking like the time. But yeah, today we've got 4 different classes of cars, and I will not be racing in the top class this year. Last year I raced in the top class, but the top class is going to be some of those really fast mid to late 60s prototypes. You've got the 330 with Felix in there, some Mark II GT40s, Ben Rushworth, Drew Donata. You're going to see a lot of the same names that have been racing in SROL for all these events. We got a nice group now, I think. Nathan Clarkson, another Mark II. Daniel Lund up here in a Chaparral 2D with Jose. Florian with another Ferrari 330, a nice cream-colored Ferrari. Sorry, I'm bouncing around a bunch here. Emil's in here. We got some Jaguar XJ13s. Got this Stars and Stripes Ferrari from Max. Another Ferrari, a bunch of Ferraris in the top class. So I guess it's the XJ13, the Ferrari 330, and the Ford GT40 Mark II. Lars is in here as well. So that's your top class. That's the class I raced in last year with the Lola. But then we get to the second down class, and I believe this is where I am. We've got the Porsche 906s, Pablo, Adam in the Dino 206. So the 906 is in here, 206s as well. Actually, we might be in another class from this one. I haven't looked at this. Is good for me to look at as well. Ian Holmes here in a 906. These are the smaller prototypes. We also have some of the Alphas, Tipo 33. I was racing some of these in practice, and they are very, very fast around here. These Alphas. Yeah, this is actually the class in front of me as well. So we're not in the top class at all. Then we come further down, and then we get to my class. Yes. So this is introducing, I guess we could say, the Brundle Motorsport trio of 4 GT40 Mk1s. So the older, a little bit slower GT40s, but maybe it could be contested, but maybe the finest GT40 to drive. And I am teammates today with one Jimmy Broadbent in the 6, Nate Lupson in the 7, and then myself in the 8. And this is kind of a two-parter event. We've teamed up with Alex Brundle. Or really, Jimmy has made this whole thing happen, but Jimmy has helped connect us with Alex Brundle, and he's officially more or less entered his historic racing team. He races GT40s in real life, as well as Mustang, Mini Coopers, and all kinds of historic cars. And so we've painted some GT40s like his real life one, and we're doing a trio. So all 3 of us are racing here today, and then next weekend, same time pretty much, we'll be doing the THR 12 Hours of Le Mans as one. And so there's a bit of a test event today, and I think there's some bragging rights on the line to see out of the 3 of us who's the quickest or who does the best. But next weekend we'll all be racing as one team. Today though, it's 3 separate cars, so be racing once again Jimmy, but also Nate is actually taking part. He's not just doing his adminning and stuff, but he's actually going to be driving with us today. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really cool. It was nice to meet Alex and talk with him and get his thoughts on doing some historic racing in a sim as a way to kind of cross over to the real life stuff. And I put a link to Alex's YouTube channel in the description of this one. If you've never checked it out, he's got a lot of cool onboards of actual real life vintage racing. But I think it's a perfect pair, I would say. And the GT40 Mk1 is quite a nice car to drive in sim as well. So excited to do that one. But yeah, in our class as well, so we got a Scari in this Chevrolet, the one without the roof. We've got the 151, the car I raced at Spa, the most recent SROL vintage race. Got another, Gustavo's also in a Mk1. Samuel McGill's also in a Mk1. I'll tell you who I'm really afraid of, though. We got Daniel Oof in a Mk1, Nika, a lot of Mk1s in here. Samuel, another Samuel in the 151. We've got this very brightly colored purple Corvette Roadster. And then we get to some Shelby Cobra 427, so the big engine ones. Adam Keefe is in one of those. Lawrence Barrett is in another GT40 Mk1. And then we got Sean Campbell in a 427. The 427 Shelby Cobra should be, on paper, much slower than the Mk1 GT40, but Sean is a god among us. And I have a feeling I'll be at least seeing him if he's not just passing me today. But that'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on. And then we get to the slowest class. Nate Cowan, who made the spotter guides, in here with a 275. Nick Ryan, SG's in here. Oscar Hardwick's going to be racing today in the Ginetta G10. Tiny little car. We got Boris Baloney in here. Yeah, so some great cars to race against. It's a small selection of the AC Legends and GTC mods that have just been updated. And I have not been able to do a video about them yet. Steve's in here as well, Nate's dad. Sal as well. Nice to see Tim LeBerg. Yeah, so a really, really good group of drivers in here today. But yeah, they've released an update for this mod again. Third update now. We're on version 1.3, adds a few more cars and a bunch of updates and fixes and stuff. And I would say across the board and what I've tested so far, the cars are all a little trickier to drive. They're a little harder handling. But speaking of cars, let's go take a look at the Mk1s. Oh, they're all in the pits right now. We get a nice picture of all 3 of them. Here they are, the Brundle Motorsport GT40s. It's cool. It's fun. It's a fun little thing. I was saying to the guys, like, I was already planning on doing these races, so this is just a bonus to have this. But yeah, we got the three team cars lined up here. So it's Jimmy in the 6 today, Nate in the 7, and I'm in the 8. Next week we'll all be in the 6 together. But yeah, have to thank, of course, and not just the livery of our car, but for many of the liveries that you're going to see in this mod and in this race. It's Mr. Pasta, of course, that's done the liveries, and Pasta's snuck his logo on the side of the car here. Costa's livery service on there. But sponsored by Adrian Flux, like the real life car. And that's my car for today, the next 2 weeks at least. Yeah, and of course there's links in the description of where to get all the mods and stuff. So, but yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. I don't know how well I'm gonna do today. I mean, I'm not too big to admit that I think Nate and Jimmy are both a bit faster than I am typically, but you never know what's going to happen in a race like this with 60 cars out there. It's so many that anything, literally anything could happen. So we'll see if I can keep up though. All right, so where are we at here? 23 minutes left of practice. Get out and do a few laps here, make sure everything looks good and sounds good, and then we'll get lined up for qualifying and all that. So Nate's really been the one with the setups and everything, working on our setup for us. And it's a beauty. It is the softest car I've driven in a while, but it's quite a nice feeling car. Yeah, I think being consistent today and somehow getting through traffic. Well, I was telling Jimmy before the race that I feel like getting through traffic, I need to figure out a better way to do it. I'm always quite timid with it compared to some other folks. But we'll see what we can do. Drive from within. Spa was good. Yeah, I'm still kicking myself for spinning out on the first lap at Spa, but coming back through to, what, did I get a podium there? I can't even remember now. All right, we'll go do a couple laps. See if I can slot in on track somewhere. So if you're just tuning in, we're in practice right now, and we got, what, 22 minutes as it says up top there. And then we'll be jumping into a 30-minute qualifying session with all cars on track at once. So we'll have to see how that goes. I appreciate y'all tuning in, though. I got a good group in here, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's a good race today, and anytime racing around Riverside is always a good time. I think this race is going to be starting at the exact same time as the real Daytona 24, so don't let me keep you from your obligations. But this will be done long before that. I don't even think it'll be 2 hours. All right. Yeah, the track model here. I did, Yannick, just very briefly saw your stream. I didn't get a chance to look at it because I was preparing for this, but I know the track in GPL is modeled after the 60s ones. This is modeled after the 80s Riverside, just before it was torn down. Oh, mostly parked. Thank you so much. That's really kind. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I've turned on the pit board for this. Jimmy talked some sense into me. My God. That was a very close call. Jimmy was telling me that he was going to run a pit board, and I was like, why don't I do that? Yeah, this is going to be a lot of avoiding cars today, I think. I'm lucky I didn't smash into him there. Yeah, if you've never raced this mod before, it is. I'm not. Yeah, not so off to say that it's the main reason I still use Assetto Corsa these days. These are just the best vintage cars, I think. Certainly the best pack of vintage cars that exists out there in any sim. But yeah, you'll notice my car is very soft, very, very softly set up. But it's definitely set up for the long run. So we'll see what qualifying's like today. The little leaderboard I have is from an app called Substanding, which I think is probably on Overtake. So I use the relative from that pack. The one in the bottom center is Sidekick, which is a favorite of mine. And we've got the Pitboard app. See if I can put a lap together here. Too fast. Too fast. Yeah, it's one of the things racing around Riverside. We got to talk to Alex to kind of explain what these events were and stuff, and we were saying that the coolest thing about this is that we get to race on tracks that don't exist anymore. You know, Riverside is now, I think, housing these days. It used to be a mall, but it's just housing these days. And this is the only place in the world where you could do something like this. And I think that's one of the most appealing parts about classic sim racing, is kind of reliving those things that are just simply gone. Got to dance it through the S's here. It is very tricky. And it is quite easy to overshoot down into the hairpin here, but get it stopped that time. This corner is one of those that you could run 100 different ways, especially in cars like these. My plan for qualifying in this is just going to be to whack 30 minutes of fuel in it and just run as many laps as I can. Shoot on by this Shelby. There's only one set of types of tires for each car. We'll talk some strategy in a bit, but tires are going to be a big thing today. If you remember back to when I did a Mark II race around Bridgehampton with this league, tires are going to be just as important as they were for that. All right, we'll get a lap time in. This will be an okay lap. 152.1. We'd like to qualify in the 151s if we can. I'm going to practice a pit entry here. Goal is to not go off in this corner. I think last year and the year before, I at least met the dirt there once. I'd love to keep it on the road the entire time. All right, I'm gonna try a pit entry this time. We're gonna have to make one pit stop today. There's no way to not do that. What I do during that pit stop and when I take it is the big question. That would be just fine if I did that during the race. All right. Let's see here. Quite a full track out there.
It is great fun, although I am realizing just how difficult it is to get by cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we got 8 o'clock up front. So where am I in this?
You've already triggered the unusual join activity on the SROL Discord server, so that's good stuff, lads.
Good.
That means a successful shilling has occurred.
I'm beating both Nate and Jimmy so far in practice, so that's how you know I'm going to win. What do I think of the news content manager interface? It's all right. I don't know. Getting used to things changing is always the tricky part. Yeah, so strategy today is the big thing. Have this set up. Successful shilling, yeah. I do have a link to the SROL Discord in the description if anybody wants to join future races and stuff. I know there's quite a few events coming up. I'm just trying to set up a volume for these guys in case I need to mute them in the race. They're doing quite a few races this year. Some cool stuff coming up.
How much time's left in practice? 10 minutes, right?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still having issues.
Oh,
I'm
what
just
issues?
The game's just disconnecting me randomly. I was having it with my ISP, and then I moved all my cables around for the hub, thinking somehow EMI was interacting with it, and I'm no longer disconnected from the internet, but my game just keeps. Yeah, everybody vanishes, sort of thing. Like you're losing connection.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. You can just hovercraft through people. That's the real strat.
Well, nobody's there, so I do just win by default, right?
All right. Yeah, like these guys said, we got about 10 minutes to go. We'll be doing qualifying. And then we'll see where I can get up the grid. Today, like the strategy for today is going to be the big thing. Or maybe a big thing, but something that I have to pay attention to figure out the best thing to do. I have to pit once. There's no way this car is going to make it on fuel. We can carry, what is it here? We can carry 140 liters of fuel max, and that's going to make us, it says we'll do 52 laps, but yeah, we'll be about 10 laps short of the distance, so we need another like 22, 24 liters of fuel. And so I'm going to have to stop at some point and take that. And whether or not I take tires, that's going to be the big question. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, so that's going to be something we figure out as we go. Yep, this is the new version of the model, though I'm not sure we're using any new cars, really. I could be wrong about that. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get my thing restarted here, but we're just waiting for qualifying, really. There we go. Aha. I have it set up now. All right. So, yeah, you would think that you would want to take 50-50 fuel split, but it takes a very long time to fuel the car. And so if you were here last year, this is how one of the reasons I won the race was I took very little fuel on pit road. I started with basically a full tank and just put in what I needed to halfway through the race. So that's definitely what I'm going to do here fuel-wise, because you just save so much time. Is my mic low now? Yeah, you save so much time on pit road by not taking fuel. So we're just going to put in the 20 liters of fuel in the pit stop. But the tires, they take another 10 seconds basically to do. 10 seconds with change 4 tires. And I don't know, it's going to be a question. I think you can kind of do fast laps even with old tires, but it's much harder to be consistent and stuff. A lot of good looking cars in here, though. Got a Shelby 350 here. I love these Corvettes. Was that the Generation 2 is this one? Pretty sure. I mean, we were talking about 10 seconds is insanely fast for tires, but it's still a consideration, even though it's so fast. Here's a Mark II GT40. You can really see the difference between ours and those. So, you know, they're just, our GT40s, the Mark Is here, they're a little more narrow. If you go look at the Mark IIs, they're quite a lot wider and beefier, much larger engine. I think they're 7-liter engines or something than these. Fun car to drive, though. Will definitely be the fastest car at Le Mans next week. There we go. Why was my mic like that? Must have hit it. Yeah, Mark 1 is definitely, it's the most pure of the GT40s, but it's not quite as fast as the Mark 2 around a track like this even. All right, we must be getting close to it now. But yeah, I'd like to get into the 151s in qualifying. I think my best lap so far has been like a 151.2 or 3. And I think it's possible to get into the 150s with this car, especially if the track grips up a bit. But I don't know if that'll be possible for me. But yeah, definitely into the 151s. At least get me to the front half of the grid so that we don't have to start 60th. Looks like we got 58 in here so far. And hopefully Nate's internet cooperates for him. Three minutes to go until the session changes. Yeah, Sean is, what is he up here? 150.9. Faster than I've gone. It's really, with 60 cars on the circuit, it's really not going to be long till we hit traffic in the race either. So it's one of those things where hot lapping on your own, ultimately, how valuable is that? Yeah, these are the Chaparral 2Ds. Let's see if we can find one here. I don't think any of them are. Oh yeah, Daniel's lapping right now.
How are we looking? So what's the traffic quality? You're gonna just put like 50 liters and just go around?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
so.
because you need a clean track, so might as well put as much fuel as possible. Yeah, this is the 2D, so this one doesn't have the wings and arrow trickery yet. I think it's a little prettier in my mind. Saying it doesn't have it still has some arrow trickery, but it's not quite the lengths that it went to. Yeah, it's got like the inlets on the side and stuff. Ooh, right up against the wall there, Daniel. I'm not sure which model of 2D it is. It's a great question. Yeah, and I'm not sure it has headlights. I mean, it has headlight covers on it. I think that in the mod there's actually a version with headlights and one without. So this might be the one without. All right. All right. We got 1 minute till qualifying. Let's make sure I'm all ready to go here. Yeah, 60 liters in it. I might go without gloves today, I'm not sure. Goal is to just get a clean lap on this. I mean, if I can get a banker that's in the low 52s even, I think that's going to be good, just because there's going to be such a mess of cars. Getting a clean lap at all is going to be so tough. Yeah, the Chaparral, after the high wings were banned, they moved to more of a kind of the Brabham idea of putting a fan in the car that sucks it to the ground. I'm using just Pure and Soul. Or Soul? Which one am I using? Pure and, yeah, I think Soul. I can't even remember. All right, practice has ended. We're just waiting for the session to turn over. And I'm going to get out there as quick as possible and just try to start doing some laps. hoping I can get a good lap time in here. If you're tuning in for the race, we're about 30 minutes from the race. We got a 30-minute qualifying session now. And 60 cars on track at once, and hoping that I can somehow get a clean lap in. All right, yes, pure is the weather that I have. I'm sure Brabham got it from Chaparral. I mean, Colin Chapman was pretty open that he got a lot of the wing ideas from Chaparral as well. So Chaparral really were the ones pushing a lot of that technology. They were the ones that came into IndyCar with ground effect as well, and really messed up everything for a while. Some really remarkable innovations, we'll say. Looks like Nate was able to sneak a lap time better than me there. 60 drivers is crazy. I'm hoping this all works out for everybody, because it's going to be quite a full grid. It will be a rolling start, though, like the races in the past here, so that's one good thing. Yeah, we got 60 drivers here today. It should be, I think, yeah, 59 so far. So one is missing, but we'll see if they come in during qualifying. Sean, you're getting nervous? You're so rapid in that Cobra. All right. Oh, we got 2-minute wait. Ugh. Yeah, it will be single file start, which is a good thing. Having it be a double file start or a standing start with this many cars would be, although Riverside is kind of a best case scenario. Fugu, oh my gosh. It's been many years. Hope you're doing well, Patrick. Setup wise, I mean, so we're waiting 1 minute here for the qualifying to start. The car is as soft as really could be. I think if we look at the suspension, ARBs are running quite low. But the way the mod has been updated, things have changed quite a bit. So it's very different than it used to be. Yeah, we're slammed to ride heights on the rears though, and a little bit of negative rake in the car. You don't see that much these days.
Well, fingers crossed, I'm still here.
He's done it.
I saw Jimmy, you left too. Is all good over there?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. It said Jimmy Broadbent has left. Oh, that was a while ago. Never mind.
I think I'm going to go out with a lowish fuel load for about half the session, or until I get something semi-decent, and then I'm just going to go back to the race setup, because I need to practice that.
I'm just going to go out 50 litres and drive around.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Yeah, you too, man.
Have fun.
What's that?
Fun in my sim game.
All right, here we go.
Right, there you go.
So mad.
Everyone's out. Look at him go.
Where are we? Who are we? All right, Lars comes stalking up the inside here. I just whacked 60 liters in, so we'll just do laps and see what happens. Whoa, that was a very, very weird warp. Not sure if that's me or Paul, but all right, made it through that somehow. Yeah, we don't have the kind of failures they would have had in the 60s, but we've got other things that can go wrong. Net codes and such. Bad internet. All right, let's just get a banker lap. I think this will be as clean as they get, this one, just with a few cars I see in front here. They'll all be quite quick through the first section of the lap. We're looking for 51s would be ideal. Car in front, real wide at the apex there. It's gonna come back to me here and goes to the inside in a very bad spot. And we'll get a lap cut. Ah. Well, this lap's not gonna count. I'm gonna let this Ferrari by. Yeah, I really like, Nate did a wonderful, Nate made the setup if you weren't here when I was talking about it earlier, and I'm just running exactly what he sent me, except for fuel changes. It's such a beautifully driving setup. I'm very, very, very excited to do the whole race with it. Yeah, unfortunately this lap's not going to count for me because of the going off in the S's there, but we'll just get right on it and do another lap. I think that was one of the Alphas in front of me that got the S's wrong and spoiled it. We got another one going slow on the inside there. That's a Ferrari. Does everything sound all right? It's so many different noises. It's tough to get everything mixed well, but hopefully you can hear me and the car, especially the car. All right, this is it. This has got to be my lap. A little bit of understeer coming up to the hairpin. Well, Max spins off in front. No, if track limits were off for this, people would do crazy cuts. Lars with a smoke show in front there. All right, let's get it onto the backstretch. Really tight through the final corner there. You can kind of let it run wider to carry some more speed, but I just want to get through this lap. This Ferrari should pass me on the straight here. Maybe. Maybe not, actually. Little lockup coming into the final corner, let it run out wide. Get on the throttle, help it rotate. A little bit late there, it's all right. Squeeze it on. Nice and steady out of the final corner. This will be all right, this will be in the 52s. 52.1, up to P9 right now. That's a banker, I got a banker in. That'll certainly be better than some of the slow cars, so I'll just try to keep going and see if I can improve it. Much better through the hairpin that time. Yeah, I expect to slide back quite a bit. I don't know. I can't remember how many cars are in the top class. It might be 10 or so. So getting 10th would be like P1 and the rest of them. But I think it'll be quite jumbled. Just because it's a higher class doesn't necessarily mean the car or the driver is quicker. It's quite a spread. All right, ran it a bit deeper here. Try to wrap it around. Just squeeze the throttle on. You just don't want to slide too much because you want that nice straight run. Whoa, I've gotten around this one pretty well. Same tires as the race, really same setup and everything, just a little less fuel. Really late on the turn in there. I'm gonna lose a few tenths here in the final corner, unfortunately. It's all right. It's Ferrari behind me. Felix here must be annoyed. 51.7. I'll have that. A little bit too much curbing there. Popped it up. The wrong line at the top of the hill here. I'm gonna let Felix by it. So it won't be a good lap anyway. Whoa, where is he? He might have made a mistake as well. We'll take a breather for a lap. So I'm sitting 15th now, despite the 51.7. Florian, come on by. Yeah, that's great. It must be so tight up front. I'm ahead of Jimmy right now. That's the important part. We're in the same exact car this year too, so there can be none of that. None of that he was in a better car than me stuff. Yeah, I can see the comparison to my best lap ever, which that last one was pretty close. I always is the case in these events, the track itself is going to have more grip here in qualifying than all the practice, so I would expect people to do their best laps ever during this session. Yeah, this is where Jimmy and I had the battle last year. squeaked just under there. Didn't really lose any time. Big slide coming out of the S there, though. And will lose me a bit. This will be similar to my best lap so far, I think. Should be able to get much better through the final corner, though, so we'll see what that does for me. Got Miso coming back towards me here, but
rough out
just
here.
finish it.
So nice.
So nice. All right, I don't think that was fast. Yeah, 51.8. A bit slow through the S's this time. Look at that. Was that V10 in front of me here? Yeah, no, we're going to be revving all the way to the top today. That's just where the engine makes the most power and doesn't seem to hurt it too much. So I've practiced for this a bit more than usual. I did I've done, I think, 3 full distance tests so far and haven't had any engine issues. So I'm going to keep the 7,100 RPM shift. Coming up to halfway in qualifying already. Sitting 19th right now. Love to get a few positions higher than that. Got a few slower cars in front of me here. You just kind of have to keep going and hope I get clear track again at some point. Yeah, we got one pitting, so it's good I didn't back off there. That was a cut track. I mean, I deserve it, but dang. We'll just back off a little bit. Try not to wear the tires out here. Ooh, the car in front goes for a spin. It's Evan. I'm not sure what kind of car that was. It's a pity I ran it off track there because this is one of those clear laps. Ooh, little Darlington stripe there through the final corner. All right, won't hurt the car too much. All right, much more composed through the S's there. I'm flirting with my best lap time.
How's it going, boys?
to me, don't talk to me now.
Yeah, not so bad. Just finding the track space, really, isn't it?
Had to meet them. Oh, little hot here. Come on. He knew what he was doing. Right with it. I'm right with it. A little high on the revs there in a second, but we got our qualifying engine in, we'll say. Okay through there. I'm a 10th up. If this is true, this is looking towards a 51 flat. We got plenty of time to think about the final corner here. Use the engine to help get it slowed down. Use all the banking. There we go. Oh, so nicely through there. Picked up a couple tenths too. Come across the line. 51.1. Well, that's my best lap ever, so I can't really hate that. We'll go right back to it. Got all wrong there for a second. Ooh. All right, throw this one away.
Haley in the 2-litre Alpha, because they supposedly don't need tyres. Race with it.
I found a break in the track.
He did, nicely done, man.
I'm a little disappointed it wasn't a 50, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way right now, but I see Yami's like in the same exact position I am, pretty much.
The track is not as grippy as I thought it might be. A lot of times these sessions they grip
It's
up.
slowly getting there, yeah, but
Yeah. I'm gonna stay out here. I still got 34 liters, so. Now the race today is 200 miles, 61 laps, 62 with the pace lap, which will be important for fuel calcs. Not gonna see this guy run out of fuel today. Please let me up the inside there. I say this every year here, but NASCAR used to run 500-mile races around here. 500 miles, not kilometers. 500 miles. They used to take like 6.5 hours. We got Nate Lupson in front of me here. Oh, he's faster than me. That will simply not do. Missed the curving there on the inside, just a scoot. Got the nice directional on there. I did run a bit wide here on my good lap, so that might be a place I can pick up quite a lot there. But I'll lose some of it on the exit. Yeah, and NASCAR ran the short layout here, cut off that middle corner there, so it was actually, I think the race, I don't know why I know this number, but I think it was 193 laps around the short version of Riverside. Just 0.2 off my best lap. The track is definitely picking up speed, so it's going to make sense to stay out and see if I can improve it. I got to map my blinker button. You've reminded me, Nate.
what's that?
I got to map my blinker.
Oh yeah. I figured I'd use it on an outlet.
just nudged the wall there. Going up to Oscar here. Really bad timing. Though he might get through here pretty quickly. You'll see. Just tuning in, we got about 8 minutes left of qualifying here, and we'll be jumping straight into the race. 200 miles, sitting 18th right now in qualifying, but we're not in the top class either, so it's tough to tell where I am in class. We'll take a look after the session ends, but should have time for a couple more tries here. I'm sitting, it looks like I'm right behind Nate, my teammate. He's right in front of me on track as well, but he's also ahead of me in time. It was actually kind of a bad idea for me to let him by there, because now I'm going to encounter Johan again here. See if I can build a bit of a gap. I got a little bit of a gap. Oh, he's going to let me. Through turn one, car breaks away loose if you get it wrong through there. Keep it in fourth gear, just down to third. Let it drift through the first corner. Slightly wide again. Cut track. How many times have I done that? I'll pound around again, see if I can open it up for another lap. Too deep. What did I say? I didn't want to go off here today. I guess qualifying's not the worst time to do it. I got Clio behind me, but that's a faster car. I'm taking a risk by trying to build a gap because you just never know who's going to come out of the pits. But Clio's in a Jag, so it's going to be much quicker. Hopefully this gives me the gap I'll need. Fuel's fine. We got 26 liters left. Probably put a little too much in, to be honest, for this session, but Clio's going in the pits as well. All right, kind of clear track. We'll see if I can make something of this. Let's not cut the track this time. 5 minutes to go in the session. This is probably it. I'm shooting it in too deep. Jason, you're exactly right. I know it though. It's just like knowing and then doing two different things. All right, we're just 2/10 off though. Plenty of places to make that up. Don't want to slide the car too much because it just bleeds speed. Kind of like that. Was not ideal. Come past Nate Cowan. Let's get this on an apex of some kind. A little too much brakes on the entry. It broke loose on me. Gonna be a couple tenths off. too wide. It's okay, that lap wasn't going to be it. Not to spoil somebody behind me. Alright, I got another try at it here. That's just kind of how these cars drive. They're understeer until you suddenly oversteer, and they're alive. Still way too fast there, but pick it up. Lost 2/10. Just trying to nail the rest of this. Reverse entry into the hairpin. All right, 3/10 off. It's not looking good. Tires are starting to wear out a little bit. It's my excuse. Might luck out with the slipstream here. That's what I'm going to hope for. About 2/10 off my best. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Ferrari pulls away. See if this can sort itself out here. Ferrari runs it into the wall. That's like a really weird line there. All right. Fortunately, I know I could do one more, but I got traffic there, and we got a whole race ahead. It's looking like 18th. We're going to be in the top third of the field, but certainly not as high up as I want it to be. 18th. Ahead of Jimmy, though. And a bit behind Nate. Jumped up 150.5. 7/10 faster than me. Absolutely wild. All right, I'm going to jump away for a second here before the race and stuff is going to get going. And then I'll be back, and we'll get started with Riverside 200. We'll see where I am on the grid, and pray for a clean start. see that Jimmy snuck in there, almost there at the end. Right in there, Jimmy, right in the last lap.
Nicely done, man.
Nate,
Ugh.
that's a crazy lap you got.
Have you seen Yami? 50 flat.
Is Yami on pole for our class?
Yeah.
50 flat, huh? Hold on, who's Yami in the...
Samuel McGill, P11.
Samuel McGill,
overall.
okay. Nice.
Got the 50 point nice, yeah.
Don't
That's
forget
not
to
even
put
the
race
ratio.
fuel.
I'm sweating so bad.
Yeah, I know. I need to get the bigger fan out. Well, that was exciting.
It's going to be a tiring race if it's anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's going to be a fun race. 62 laps at 61. We're going to do a pace lap, however. And like I said before, we have to pit once at some point during the race. And the question is whether I take tires or not during that pit stop. Most likely, unless, I don't know, unless we're feeling spicy at some point, definitely going to take tires. But if it feels like the race is kind of settled in and I don't want to hurt myself, then we'll just go
change
with the
tires
same
or
strat.
not, I think.
I don't know, man.
I was just talking about that with my chat, but I think plan to change them and only don't change them if you feel like somebody's 5 seconds in front of you and you want to leapfrog them or something. Because it's a 10-second saving if you don't, but you're going to be hurting.
Hmm. Well, I've got it set up. 30 litres here. I'm not sure how much we're going to go through, so.
Hey, how about not Hockenheim per chicane, okay?
We'll see. Think about it.
What are you bringing to the table?
If all these cars get through the first lap unscathed, I will be biblical.
Yeah. We'll see if we can all get through the pace lap unscathed. Yeah, Jimmy, if we crash, Alex is going to be furious with us.
Well, I think if we crash, it's Alex's fault for letting us run the livery, so there you go. But turn around, you know.
All right, good luck,
One of
guys.
the Cobras is ahead of us. Have fun.
Is it Sean Campbell? That's my guess.
I assume it is.
Yes, he's... Well, there's a few other cars between you.
Alex says he'll forgive us eventually.
Yeah, I've been giving it some patina on the last corner, you know. The scratches down the side, you know.
Everyone loves a race-worn livery, right?
Exactly. They're far prettier.
All right, so this race starts with a rolling start, so we'll do a pace lap, and hopefully everybody knows the rules. We'll follow the cars in front a whole lap, and then when we come around, once we pass the line is when we go green. And it's 61 laps from there to the end, 62 in total with the pace lap, and yeah, got to stop at some point. Obviously, it would be obvious to stop at lap 31, halfway. But depending on the tires and how things are looking, might push it a bit further than that. I'm thinking lap 40, unless the traffic scenario changes. Take Take tires, take 24 liters of fuel. I think we'll probably get lapped once in this, so we'll probably actually do 60 laps. And yeah, we'll see. But I appreciate you all joining. It's a nice group in here. It's exciting. First race for Brundle Motorsport Sim Racing. And it's just kind of a prelude to next weekend. We'll do the Le Mans 12-hour with THR with Jimmy and Nate and I all in the same car. And I'm pretty excited for that. But also very excited for this. This is one of my favorite races every year. So we'll hope it goes nice and smooth and have as good of a race as last year. We've been pretty successful with folks knowing the rules in this, so we'll see. All right, we're just waiting for the grid. We got a chaparral right in front of us. Lars right in front of me. We got Nate there. Is that Jimmy? Hold
Please,
on.
nobody go racing at me.
How is Jimmy in front of me?
I'm gonna have to sacrifice my own race to get rid of him.
Ba.
Jimmy, how are you? Did you leapfrog me right at the last second in qualifying?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, now it's me that's gonna Hockenheim you.
Yeah, any take-backs on that deal.
Did Lars qualify ahead of me or what?
What's that?
Lars, I think he's just overtaken me. I'm not sure he qualified ahead of me though.
I think he was ahead of you.
Yeah, okay.
The accordion here. Oh.
Yeah, it just takes one moment. I've had a big gap form in front of me, but I'm trying not to race up to catch up to him.
It's go at the line, isn't it, Nate? I know I shouldn't be asking that right now, but...
Yeah, it is.
How much fuel?
How
much hard to how much money?
Who am I?
Yeah, I got the Papyrus checkup skills, so that's my advantage against all these lot.
Well, it sounds like the 24-hour Daytona started, well.
Yeah, from the high. Doesn't sound great, does it?
See, guys, that's why you do your sim race.
Listen, we're about a lap away from finding out if that's true or not.
Alright, but I've got nothing. Less skill on the grid, maybe? We're not real drivers? Please don't crash.
Oh, look at all the cars
Zero
here.
excuse.
All right, 61 laps here. And pit stop at some point during this. And we'll just hope to have a nice smooth
Alright,
start.
lads, best of luck.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Have fun!
This is going to be
What I said pre-race, Jake. About the traffic. It's all going to be good.
I don't see any traffic. Well, look at this, all stretched out here. So we'll go at the line. All right, green's out. 200 at Riverside, we're green. Jimmy's looking all over Lars here in front. Got Nate up the road a bit further. I'm right behind Jimmy here. And William behind me is falling back just slightly. I Nice and steady up to the hairpin first lap here. Just hug the apex here in the first lap. Sean Campbell going for a move up there on the inside of a Ferrari, it looks like. It'll be interesting how it works out on the straight. Lots of different speed cars here. Probably a little net coating as well, so I hope nothing crazy happens. All right, but all is good so far. Pulling away from that. Alpha's probably a bit slower in a straight line, so built a little bit of a gap there. And I have to size up one Jimmy Broadbent here. Nice net coating.
Is that a dead?
No, but
I'm
you just
good.
jumped a bunch.
Yeah, I had the car from everywhere glitch thing.
Whoa.
But it.
Watch out, yeah.
Just missed him. We got a 151 coming up behind as well. Samuel looking towards the inside there. We're all kind of stacked up. I'm not really doing fast laps here either because there's so much traffic in front of the net code and stuff. That Maserati behind me is going to be quite quick down the straight here. We'll see. He's catching me, but he's not quite going to get there before the end, unless he sends it. Oh, Sean's up into the wall hard there in the Cobra.
I think Sean's dead. Or at least injured.
Wow.
No, he's right back again.
My God. Just saved that, but I got hit by a GT40, I think. Got collected and all that.
That sucks, mate. Where are you?
I kept it going, so I can still see you, kind of. Maybe lost 10 spots, though. I don't know how I saved that. I just didn't spin out, but...
That car was a rocket on the straight, my God.
Somebody ran off the wall there and I think just got loose and ran down the track. Got Florian here behind me who's going to be quicker. He's in a top class car. He's the one that was spun out earlier. He's going to go up the inside. That's fine. Not really racing him, but just trying to collect it back up. That's unfortunate though. I don't think I've got any real meaningful damage, luckily. I don't know if I got run over from behind. It all happened so fast, I don't even know what happened there. I was keeping an eye on the two cars up in front. Sean Campbell came down the track and I thought he picked it up, so I just went behind him. All right. Yeah, we gotta try to work my way back up there. First is first. I'll get around Oscar here and see if I can get in front of the Corvette. I should be definitely faster than this Corvette, especially through the slow stuff. It's got no head. He's trying to keep me behind him. Big lock up there. There's nobody driving the car though. Is that what you guys in the chat were saying, Ghost Rider? For? Yeah, he's quicker down this straight than I am. Oof, just jumps ahead too. Side by side through there. Ah, he's really racing for his life here. There's nowhere to pass through this section. He's got it really cranked in there. Keeps it on the track just barely. And he's going to pull me on the straight. Thought about trying to lunge up the inside there, but he's just going to be quick through the corner, so. Or down the straight, rather, so. He was going to get back around me anyway. Slide job. There we go. Pinch him down a little bit. He's racing me so hard I had to pinch him. But we get around, should be able to run away through the S's here as long as I do a good job. But yeah, big defense from Ascari early on. It's very lethargic right now because of all the fuel. I just need to do quite well through here so that I have a decent gap for the straight. Let's see if we can catch up to William here. Whoa. So up to 24th with that then, so yeah, down 6 spots from the grid. Oh, he kicked it a little sideways there. That'll get me away from down the straight here. All right, sitting about 3 seconds behind William on the straight. I think he's got his lights on. I went really deep into this last time. I thought it was maybe too deep because I was lucky I cleared him, is all I'll say. All right, so 52.9. Cars jockeying for positions up there. We're on lap 8 already. Feels like it's flying by. This race always goes by so quick. From the driver's seat anyway. But it's going to be a little bit longer of an afternoon here. Sliding back there so early. I just need to hold it together, try to get back around these cars. I should be faster than at least the 2-3 cars in front of me here. So that's the plan. Let's get back around them before we make a pit stop. Everybody's nicely in a line here, so I'm sure Jimmy and Nate are in that pack up there. Might be where it's split. I pulled a few tenths on William in front. Catching up to somebody's one thing, but it's going to be really tough to get around folks here, especially if I'm not faster on a straight. I think I should be compared to, I think it's an Alpha in front of me. Either that or a Shap. I guess 2 Alphas here. So we'll see how the GT40 compares once I get to them. Track is gripping up quite a lot, so it feels different than it did in practice. Yeah, everybody's still right here in front of me, so it's unfortunate to get involved in whatever that was, but I'm lucky I didn't actually spin out completely, and we only lost a little bit of time, maybe 10 seconds or something. So could be worse, but yeah, definitely catching William here. Yeah, doing a really nice lap. 51.9, way faster than I thought I was going to go, but the track is quite grippy with so many cars on it. No dust and stuff you could imagine. You can imagine how dusty a track like this would get with all the sand next to it, so with so many cars running around, it'd really clean up over the course of a race. Now, of course, many of these cars would be dumping quite a lot of oil. So maybe it wouldn't get quite as clean, but I think I see Nate over there holding up a train. I think we jumped some of the fastest class cars, so oh, we got a car in the dirt. It's very easy to do there. I've done it the past 2 years, so trying to not this year. It's an Essex GT40 Mk1, so same car I'm in, just a different team. Lawrence runs a bit wide there. He's going to curl it in. I didn't quite get the exit I needed to through there. Williams just 1.6 seconds up, so I've halved the gap. So we're going to be in a little race here in a minute. Everything feels good. Luckily, the car doesn't really feel damaged from that. We saw how big of an accident I had at Spa and was able to get away with it really damage-wise. So we got another car off here, so I slide a bit wide. I do not want to become friends with that gravel trap, though. I got to get around Lawrence, though. I'm being held up a little bit. This is Miso in front, who's a lap down, I believe. Whoa. Tricky there. Ah, slid it. Come on. I lost a second this lap to William in front. Battling for 23rd overall, no clue where I am in class, but I know the cars in front of me here are in my class, so I got to get around them. Still a really nice pack here in front of me, though, so we're still in the hunt, top 20 anyway. I think we both pulled in William just a little bit. Really tough racing so far. It's just so competitive. But I think things will change a bit. We're going to start lapping cars pretty soon, and it's going to get pretty wild. It'll be like qualifying again. We're doing fast laps. I mean, These guys are just quick in front of me. It's a 52 flat. I see Jimmy up there. He's the car on the inside up there. Might be catching some of this lap traffic that I was just talking about. All right. Oh, we got cars hitting each other on the inside there. This, look at this. Yikes, this is tight.
They're running 2x2 for some reason.
Brakes locking up in front. The thing that makes this challenging is there's cars that are different speeds at different parts of the track, so you're not just going to be faster all the time. Just got to make your intentions clear and hope it works out. Slowed up big time there, but there's not a lot you can do about it. Not really a place you can pass. Around Tom there, one of the big old Corvettes.
The Sam guy keeps hitting me for the corners. Lovely.
Barely had a moment to breathe up here, man. Had a lap or so with Sean, but he's gone now. Shot caller.
I'm surprised he didn't have damage. He clobbered the wall.
Yeah, it's so hard, yeah. Not aware of that.
Where's McGill? Is he back there with you guys?
I'm in 24th. I don't know where you guys are.
It's a couple ahead of me.
P12.
I'm in 19th. I'm not sure if they're like cars that start further down the field, but I basically battle around by people for a few laps.
Really on Lawrence now. I love this. So much fun. It's a bummer about the start and crash, but it's still just like to drive these kind of cars around a circuit like this with so many other folks. It really doesn't get much better. Lawrence is putting up a heck of a run here. He's got to go to the inside, a little bit of a block. Oh, we got a couple cars running wide. It's Jimmy. No. Around SG there. I wonder if Jimmy was run off the track like he was saying, or... All right, this is all for position here. Like all 6 of us. Bad run onto the straight, of course. Come on. Williams a little bit slower in a straight line. I'm going to have a run up the outside then. Either that or he's letting us by. I'm not sure. We'll get around him.
What class is that
to 23rd.
Ours.
It's with us, yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it wasn't in our class.
Going to be quicker in a straight line, but you should be able to pass it in the corner, I'd imagine.
The one in front of me is gone, so is this one.
Bit of a touch of the wall there. Riverside stripe, giving some of that patina that Jimmy was talking about. Lawrence runs it real deep there. Thing happening. Maserati might burn its tires off before too long, though. All right, we're about a quarter into this thing. Just about as hectic as I thought it was going to be. But I've caught back up to Jimmy. I think we both had some of our own issues. It's the second car in front of me here, and we got Lawrence between us, who's been very good, been quite quick. Nate's absolutely gone, so we're fighting for second best on our team right now. Oh, we got a GT350 runner wide. He's gonna join there, just sneak around him. It's Tim. I don't know if that was with Sam, but he ran off. I mean, surely the tires on the back of that Maserati are going to give up before too long, right?
That's just what I was saying, yeah.
It just slides it. It's crazy.
I've lost all semblance of pace, just going backwards.
He's going in the pits. That solves that. Not sure what that's about. Maybe they need to pit twice or something, but all right. It probably clears things up a bit, I know. Oh, come on. Just holding up Jimmy a little just in the driving. All right, if you're weren't here at the start of the race, we're all going to have to, at least all the GT40s, we're going to have to pit for fuel. The question is whether or not we take tires.
I'm not sure what his strategy is, but Bob's now at the one.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting for at least midpoint to pit, if not even a bit further than that. Tires right now, left rear is at 97% grip. It's the first one to get going.
There's an Alpha in my cars as well.
Was it what?
The Alpha.
Yes.
No.
No? No.
Yeah, it's a 2-litre. But you might as well be racing it, because if it's Haley, Haley's quick, so...
I am.
I am. It is.
At the end of the day, I think you're just racing whoever you're racing.
Oh, Jimmy squeezes around her. Bring Lawrence back to me. Nothing really I can do with it there. Blocking the inside there. He's fading back over too, so I can't help break him around the outside either. Oh, they're rubbing fenders up there. Yeah, I gotta get around Lawrence here. It's just hard. He's very fast. He's doing all the right things to keep me behind too. Got some traffic. I might mix it up just enough. Jimmy slides a little bit wide. Off the throttle for a second. All right, right with Lawrence now down the straight. The warping is freaking me out a little. Mix up here. Oh my God. Ooh, just clear him on the inside, but I'm gonna have this 275 in front. Whoa, Jimmy. Well held.
Wild out here.
There's nothing I could do about that. I was going for a chance that I could have snuck around the inside of that 275 or something. It just wasn't going to happen. So, wild racing. I hope you're enjoying it. It's been a pretty wild race so far, and we're only a third of the way into things, so plenty of this to go. We got a car out wide. Another 275. It's going to join right in front of us. Snap a oversteer there. I'll slide in front of the 206. Lawrence locks it up. Jimmy ran onto the dirt. This is just really tricky with the warping as well. I can't time the overtake properly. Try to get Lawrence to help break himself, maybe. Oh my God, what is that? Not sure why there's a flashing there. It's not me. All right, side by side with him over the line. This is so tricky. It's not even just the traffic, but the net code. Get in front of Lawrence and see if I can keep it there. I got to get around this 906 here. Would have been good to do before the S's. We got a 350 GT up the road as well. Miscommunication there. Wow, 350 GT almost rear-ended Jimmy there. Probably just different lines that we're all used to. All right. So got around Lawrence somehow. I don't even know how that happened. Go right behind this Shelby here through the S. Lawrence gonna have a heck of a run on me here. I think, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, netcode is real rough with so many cars. But everybody's got maybe the same deal, I'd imagine, so. Just pretend it's car spraying oil or something. Wow, so much understeer. That's what Lawrence did last lap. Just keep kissing that wall. I'm gonna get you right up behind Andrew here. Jimmy got back around Haley up front. Make our way S style here through these two. Man, that net code. It's honestly scariest when we're in a straight line. Almost lost the rear end there. Would not be good. All over the gravel and stuff. Just trying to get a good exit, stick with Jimmy. I somehow have built a small gap in front of Lawrence here. Sitting in 21st right now. Two positions behind where I started, really. Or three. Haley's definitely quite a bit slower in a straight line. Probably much better through the turns. That was almost a calamity. Yeah, tires are starting to really feel it.
I had to very much force my way past that Alpha.
See what he means. Bailey sticks it in.
No contacts, but having to put the car in places where I don't really want to put it.
Yeah, she is doing a very good job at the strengths of that machine. Yeah, tires are still fine right now. We're still got quite a ways till I want to make a pit stop. Remember, we'll have to add a little bit of fuel in the pits, probably 24 liters or so, and that, I don't want to do it. I don't want to make the car heavy with my new tires if I don't have to. There are a lot of custom liveries in this race. That was something we were able to do this time, so it may not be liveries from the pack. All right, we got some clear track here. I got to get around Haley. See if I can stick with her through the beginning part of the lap. Definitely, as long as I'm close when we get to the straight, it should be able to make it happen. These two corners, these three corners, and the S and everything that are going to be very tricky. You see how much she pulls away under acceleration there. It's just that's a tough one. Not so bad on entry. It might be just pushing the brakes a little bit too much, but it's the exits. But we can get a good run here. Turn 9, one of the trickiest on the track. It's a very vague braking zone. Right up to the back of her on the entry. She's going to scoot away on the exit here, but I'm quite close this time and might be able to make a clean pass just on top speed. All right, now I need to really boogie through the final corner and try to stay in front for this lap. She's going to be trying really hard to come back. So we got Jimmy in front now. Yeah, Nate's gone. And that was quite likely always going to happen unless there was some sort of calamity on the start. Nate is so quick. But I just did my best lap ever. The track's really rubbering in now.
What is that? Where'd that come from?
What? I got around Haley. But yeah, I also did a 150.8, so. She's still right there, though. If I can stay in front of her this lap, it'll be sealed because I'll pull away on the straight and all will be done, but she is wringing the neck of that Alpha. All right, back into the top 20. It's been a long road. We got Johan in front here. Sneak to the inside. Yeah, the car spun out there. There goes Misa again. We got another one spun Ben. So on a top class car. I kick it sideways there. Haley's right with me, but I'm in front, so. Nate's in P13, all right. Hey, went golfing. Thank you. I know, this would be a great track in any sim. One of my absolute favorites. It's just this is the track I go to when a new car comes out or something. If it's in a sim that has this track, this is where I'm doing laps. Just kind of the perfect, it's got good test track vibes. Oh, is this Oscar Hardwick? Does he have a different name? Or is there another car that's exactly the same? I know Oscar's driving one of these. Boy, that was close. Going left, I guess. Yes, doing GP laps. All right, we're chasing Jimmy. Oh, Matt, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much. Yes, Riverside was the greatest track. I just think, as far as a driving venue, is we get it a little wrong there, all right. It is just such a pleasurable track to do laps around, especially in cars like this where you can hang them out a little bit. All right, we got ourselves a little gap here. We're coming up not so far away from halfway. I know there's 6 laps. We're gonna have to start thinking about pits. Tires are feeling fine right now, so I'm really not gonna do it till the tires demand it. So the car in front net codes towards me a little. I don't know what that blue flashing light is as we go side by side. That was so awkward. I just couldn't time it because we're jumping all over the place. Hope I didn't ruin their race. Ooh. Oh, there's Nate Cowan into the wall. Goes a bit deep through turn 2. Chase Mr. Baloney here in the Jag through the S's. Yeah, this is the worst spot to catch somebody because there's just nowhere to go. There we go.
How your tires do?
I was just talking about that. They feel fine right now.
I have no idea. I'm going round still, so good enough for me.
I mean, I just did a best lap I've ever done, so they're pretty decent. I think it makes sense to wait as long as they still feel okay. Yeah, the E-Type is a pretty car. I'm sitting in 19th suddenly. I don't know how that's happened. Yeah, the left rear is the one that really takes a beating around here. It's the last corner, really, that does it. Sure, I'm on mute here, but I'm feeling a little sportier than Jimmy today, so this is a goal of mine, is to get back in front of him. But I'd like to do it legitimately on pace. I say get back in front of him, but just get in front of him at all. Yeah, Lawrence is not so far behind that I could forget about him. Seems to have gotten around Haley as well. I don't know where Haley went. Oh, there goes Jimmy. Oh. All right. On skill alone. It's easy to do. Watch out for Lawrence there. He is tough to pass if he gets around you. All right, well, head of Jimmy now. We'll see what I'm doing against Adam. We'll come across the line and see what the gap is on the pit board and just kind of monitor that every lap. That's why it's nice to have a pit board, because it gives you a point in time where you can compare lap over lap. All right, so 10.9 seconds, and it says I gained 0.4 that last lap, so. See what it is, having a clean lap here. Big slide there. That's the tires. Jimmy's, if I know Jimmy at all, he's gonna have a fire lit underneath him now and want to get back around. Alex is going to ask us to swap. I hope not. Yeah, it is very cold here. I mean, it's quite nice in the house. It's certainly not negative 15 Celsius in the house. Yeah, it's like 0 degrees Fahrenheit out this morning in Boston. I think it's like 5 degrees now at the height of noon. Well, I can feel the tires are definitely struggling now. Let's see what kind of lap times. If I'm catching the car in front, might as well stay out. Second stint's always going to be a little easier on tires because I'm just going to have less fuel. We're at 10.2. I pulled it in. It says 0.7, but I think that's only 0.2 from last time. Luckily, there's a Dunkin' every 2 blocks, so they're never too bad. But anybody else in the States right now, I know almost the whole country, at least on the eastern side, is going to get some snow. And we're projected to get, starting tomorrow, we're supposed to get like 2 feet of snow, 24 inches, which is like 60 centimeters for my EU friends. It's a lot of snow to have all at once. Florida is about the only place on the East Coast that's not going to get any of the cold or the snow. All right, things are settling in here. It's a nice quiet spot, so I have no problem staying out. Whoa, car in front. Yikes. It's a nasty spot to go off. Not sure who that was. It's a nasty place to crash.
They're dead. Dead IRL.
All right, we're halfway. Halfway into the race. What a half it's been. Jimmy's right here, though. He's not going to let me run away with this one. Like a brake failed type crash. All right, we got SG in front here. Really bad exit there. Jimmy's gonna have a little look-see. A little nervous going up the inside with him because he's run wide here. On the road here this time.
Although, would you imagine the phone call of Alex afterwards?
teammates side by side, and the net code is all over the place. He's going to go very low there, meaning I'll have a better run here, but yeah, he held that very well. The net code is rough.
Yeah, I know.
I'm giving you the gap. What do they say? Leave room for Jesus? That's what's happening.
He ain't here right now.
It's all right. We got a long ways to go yet. I might pit here. We're catching some traffic. We are halfway. So it might be time to pit. Ran real deep there. So I'm gonna put tires on, take 24 liters of fuel. I'm not telling him that I'm pitting. So hopefully he stays out. We can at least have a fun little who will come out in front of who moment. But if he's smart, if I pit, he'll pit the next lap. It won't be but a lap, but my tires will be better. And hopefully I'll be in a better track scenario than him. All right. Nice, smooth, fast pit stop here. Coming right up. Remember, we're 17th before pitting. I think we're flirting around 20th on pace. There's probably some other strategy and stuff happening. So but there he goes, making his way past those guys. Come into our pit stall here, makeshift pit stall. Ah, all right. Fuel and tires. I wonder if he noticed. Cold tires, it's going to struggle for a little bit. That's why I want him to stay out a bit. All right, that's it. We'll go to the end now.
You pit?
Yeah. I was hoping he
Strategy's
did.
coming to play, huh?
I didn't like the look of all that traffic.
Hey, you leave me out to dry. I know this. This happened last time.
Wow, look at that slide. That's a crazy one. Can't imagine the tires would last very long in that thing. It's gonna be faster than me in a straight line, I think. Oh, this is ugly. I chickened out of that a bit, but I don't know. I don't know. I think Max here. Oh, this is for position somehow. Not sure how that's working. But Max is one of the faster class cars, so maybe it's pit strategy or something, where he had an unfortunate rough up. This is just a real awkward spot to be in. This is kind of a worst case scenario for me. So Jimmy, if he's in clean air, is just going to be pulling away. I'm already 8/10ths down on this lap alone. hope he like misses his box or something silly. Fourth right now, but pretty much everybody in front of me is going to have to pit, I'd imagine. So we'll see how it sorts out. Oscar here, I need to get around him like immediately. He's just going to be faster down the straight here. Oh, big slide, dang. That's not going to help me either. I'm trying to be brave. It's just can't pass him when he's faster.
I've lost a lap. Blew the gearbox and missed my pit.
Oh, mate.
Get Oscar there.
The gearbox in the car itself, yeah, just blew it.
Little kiss of the wall. I did not know
I've been
you could do
misshifting
that.
for a while, but I thought it was like a skill issue, but yeah.
We gotta
Turns
figure
out
that
I'm
one
actually
out
just broken.
before next weekend.
Yeah, having the icon pop up telling me when it's damaging might help.
I did not see Oscar in the mirror there. I'm fully focused forward. Bit wide there at the top of the hill. Back up to 21st. Maybe I was looking at the laps. I think I thought I was in 34th, but that was last lap. Sometimes I go back and watch some of these streams, like parts of them and stuff, and I say the dumbest stuff while I'm driving. It's tough to keep a straight train of thought while you're doing this. Especially my fuel calculations, classic errors there. Oscar is gone, yeah. So, don't have to worry about that. See if I can catch back up to Max here, but Max should be much faster than me, so. Yeah, feeling really good. This has been an interesting race so far. Nothing else, plenty of action. I would wonder where I would be if that crash hadn't happened on third or fourth lap or whenever that was. But since then, it's been pretty smooth sailing, some good battles. And currently fighting on strategy with Jimmy to see who's going to be second best, although Nate's out of the race. So I guess we're fighting for who's going to finish highest for our team. Carrying the flag. But yeah, bad to hear Nate's out with a gearbox issue. Got to figure out what happened before next weekend for the Le Mans race so that we don't do that there. It would be bad to be out 1 hour into a 12-hour race. All right, tires are feeling good. I need to really buckle down and set some good laps here. I should have a very fast car at the moment. A little bit hot. Hold it tight. Hot. Kept it on the road though. That braking zone's so hard because you're coming up a hill there, and as soon as you have so much braking force coming up the hill, because the car is really pounding into the pavement there. But as soon as the car starts to lift up, the brakes just go away completely, and you lock up the tires, and then you stop even worse. So you have to roll off the brakes really fast and get all your braking done essentially before the crest, which always makes it feel like you're braking too soon. We got a couple slower class cars here. Hopefully scoot around them on the straight. It's nice that there's painted lines here. It just helps make sure you're not going to run into each other in a straight line.
What position are you guys in?
12th.
19th, but I pit.
Okay, somehow I'm still ahead of you then, Jake, even though I've had to do that.
Oh, so you're still running, you're not out.
Yeah, yeah. I had to tow it at the pits, which meant I lost a lap, but I didn't have to do my service.
Huh. How are you in front of me?
I reckon I lost about a minute.
Now you're just rubbing it in.
Yeah, yeah, get good, basically. It's alright, I'll detonate our gearbox next week.
Please don't.
And then we can all lose out.
If you do, can it be in the first 30 minutes of the race? Not with 30 minutes to go?
I'll think about it. Here for the content, you know.
Well, I guess we're not fighting it out for best overall, although I should be a lot closer to Nate, I'd imagine. I don't see him, though. Unless he found, like, the secret way to get a free pit
Well,
stop.
it made the decision of tyres for me, so... I was going to go without, but here we are.
You're going to have to take it, I think. I'm on the route to be 0-7 end of the race. That heavy right foot, yo.
I've been intentionally trying to scrub the fronts a lot, just to keep the grip bias balanced.
Nerd.
Difference in skill. It is funny though, I had to keep stopping myself from drifting it as much. Because it sure likes to do it.
Yeah, all he wants to do it.
Right, I'm catching those cars that I was catching with Jimmy just before his pit stop.
Well, it's only 10
I think I
seconds
see
for
him
the
there.
tyre, so I'd say it's worth taking.
It's going to be an interesting pack to get through. Getting through this smoothly could be huge for me on pace. I'm catching all of them, but we're too wide in front. There's nowhere to go. It's kind of blocking the route I wanted to take there. Scoot by a couple of them at least. Is Oscar still in the race?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him either.
I'm wondering if his performance issues came back.
Alright, back to 19th, and I've already pit, so I'm doing better than I was before the pits, basically. Right where I started the race. And it could only get better from here, you would think.
Apparently Oscar is still driving.
Oh, good. Yeah, I just haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, I've seen the other Janettas, but not him.
Yeah, I have to hope that my strategy works out better than Jimmy's, but to be honest, I have no idea how that's going to work. I was a couple seconds behind him before I pit. He had just gotten around me again, and I think it's going to be a lot of traffic and how well he gets in and out of the pits. Wide here. Got a Ferrari coming out of the pits as well. Wow. Parks it right on the apex. I mean, he's going to be quicker than me, but not for a couple corners at least. Pass me on the straight or something. Lick the stamp on that one. All right. Hey, you all now be nice in the chat, okay? P10. He's still got to pit. He has to pit. There's no way for him to make it unless he's been saving fuel somehow this whole race. A little early on the throttle there. Just kissed the wall. There's a smooch. Doing 51s. I mean, my times are great, so really happy with my speed. A little early on the downshift.
In the plane car, aren't he?
What color car he has? We got Steve Lupson in front. This is Nate's dad.
I forgot to turn my phone alarm off. It just started going off really loud from across the room. I was like, oh no, I forgot to turn the alarm off, and then it turned itself off. Voice recognition. One hell of a technology. I didn't even know it could do it.
Just you like yelling sharp at it.
Yeah, one of the 330s has spun. Are you still yet to stop, Jimmy?
Yeah, still going. That's so good.
Hoping I can get around him in the pit stop, but
it felt like it got to a point where the rear just wanted to come around a lot earlier, both on the way in and the way out of corners, but it just sort of changed your driving to suit it a bit.
good. The car in front goes into the pits. That's William in the pits, so I'm going to get around William. Last night I did a full run of this race without changing tires. And I got to the end. I was doing like 52-second laps at the end, but it was very inconsistent. At some laps I just would run wide and couldn't really do anything about it, so I'd lose a lot of time. So it's totally possible, like the car will get there, but it's more of a question of what kind of pace can you do. Oh, is Jimmy pitting now? Oh, I'm so far away from the pits. Really wide there. Come on. Ferrari wants to get around me. holding him up, but it is for position, so I guess I shouldn't just let him by. Jimmy has a pit. Okay. I was gonna say, he must not be that far ahead of me, because the pit stop was only like 22nd. Going to be a good lap. 51.3. I'll take that. Got Luca in front of me here. Nothing I can do. Get around Luca at least, and he's going to squeeze in Andres, so a clear corner at least. Evan doing a bit of a slide in front in one of the Ginettas. It's a cool little kart. Oh, Andres is right on me. Ooh, net code. Andres runs off. He might have been avoiding me just because of the net code, but we've had to struggle with it all race as well. But that gives me quite a gap behind. It's Adam behind me now. Yeah, he's classes in front of me, but he's also, you know, we're also battling for position, I guess, so. Overall, I'd love to finish in front of some top class cars overall. That's always a good feeling. Keep my eye on the pits, waiting to see Jimmy in there. No concept of if I've gained on him or lost on him. No clue. He's gone this far, I might think about not changing tires if I was him, just because he'll be way far ahead then. Yeah, I think it's turn 9, the right-hander before the long straight is probably the hardest corner on this track. Second, maybe to this one. This is a tricky corner, but the next one is really the hardest in my opinion. Nope. Got the leaders coming up behind me now. Maybe. Got a blue flag there for a second. Yeah, this turn though is just so easy to go too hard into it. It's very bumpy as well as you rejoin the short course. Here comes Felix coming up behind me, so that's the leader. He's going to put me down a lap. That's fine. That'll just make us better on fuel. There's no yellow flags and stuff here, so it's not like we're going to lose out on full course yellow. So we're coming into the final. We're in the final third of the race. Hectic start. I've regained what I lost, I think. We've pit already, so we're just running to the end now. And we're waiting for Jimmy Broadbent to pit. I was right behind. We were battling for position, we could say, before I pit. So I was right behind him, and he's going to pit soon. And we're going to find out if he gained on me or if I gained on him while we've been separated. And assuming he also takes tires, it should be pretty close either way. and then we'll see who has it better to the end. The other risk is he's going to come out with new tires and be maybe faster, because my tires are starting to get worn, but they don't get as worn in the second stint because we're lighter on fuel the whole time anyway. So Guillaume in front. I'm on track to do a best PB, which is always, that will scare him into the pits if I do a PB. Oscar Hardwick just did a PB. It pops up, it's a little off the screen for you guys, but I have the chat open for the race server, and it pops up whenever somebody does a PB, so we know when we do them. I'm gonna be a little slower than it here, but this is still a really good lap. We'll just get right on it and keep going. Hot lapping now, trying to get to the end of this thing. A little bit aggressive with the cut there. It's all right. See the blue flag again for Felix. It's not catching me that fast, but yeah, Jimmy's gonna have to pit pretty soon. Probably only has about 20 liters left, if I was to guess. A little less than that. Really doing well on this lap so far. Come on. I'd love to get another PB here. I think it's going to come down to if I lost a lot of time in the traffic or not. Whoa, car kicked sideways there. Lost a bit of time on the exit. Come on. Oh, this is going to run away from me down the straight. I'm right on it.
How are you thinking about those tires, Jimmy?
I'm just going to send them, I think.
Just going to not take tires.
Go on, lads.
Oh, no.
Might as well, like.
Yeah.
There we go. Best lap. New PB. It's
Things going fast.
Not to lose too much time here. Get around the 350 in this corner. Only lost maybe a tenth there. Felix is pretty close now. I'll break this 906 down the hill. The lip on the road on the inside is quite high, so you get a nice bounce if you grab it. Hey, if he keeps tires, I mean, he's very, very likely then to come out in front of me through the pits. But he'll be hurting here. He can definitely do it. It's just a matter of if he has bad laps. I think you can still do 51s and 52s on race run tires, but it doesn't, you can't get it if you slide or something. It's gonna get away from him. Nate Lupson just did a 150.3. Yeah, Daniel Lund is right there too. It's another Ferrari. It's really the Ford versus Ferrari race for me. Got it really wide there. It's up the inside of me. He's gonna have the horsepower on me to be on the outside. Yeah, it's just not away with the 330. It's just a better car. I have Daniel as well here, so I'm gonna lose a couple spots. They are top class though, so I can't believe I was in front of them anyway. Try not to lose too much time myself as I get around. All right, get into it now. We don't have much time left. Jimmy has to pit for fuel. Like, he can't actually make this race without pitting. So we'll have to see where he comes out. Still did a 51.7 there. Be interesting if I even see Jimmy when he pits, because he's gonna be, if he doesn't take tires, he'll be 10 seconds faster than me through the pits. It's a lot. He's gonna have to pit at least in 10 liters of fuel or so. So maybe 5 laps he has to pit. If not sooner. Whoa, bit deep on the brakes there. Come on. Left rear is just starting to wear out. Whoa, a bit hot into the final corner. Just the Darlington stripe there, it's fine. It's a pretty good whack. Get around Haley. Haley was in the pits there. So that's a spot for me. It's all black Mustang in front. Andreas is back. I've seen that video of, I think it's the 1970 Southern 500 when Cale nails the wall like 5 or 6 times. Bad run over the backstretch here. Kelly Yarborough driving the Wood Brothers number 21 Mercury. Nails the wall 5 or 6 times and the whole side is pancaked. And there goes Andreas. Maybe not. Surely, yeah, throw a little more grip on the bottom there.
What happens when a tire gets to 0?
It stops wearing your phone.
A sketchy pass there. Jimmy must pit like this lap. Can't imagine he can go any longer. I'm at 30 liters of fuel left, which means he's got to be at 10. Yeah, it's going to be really curious to see how this works out for Jimmy. I mean, 10 seconds in the pits is a long while, but really it's going to depend on how much we've caught each other or lost. I certainly will have better tires than him, but he is quite good. So catching up to it will be difficult if he's in front of me. Side of this 906 just before the kink there. Oh, I finally see Oscar Hardwick on the relative. I wonder where he was. Come on. I need to do good laps right now, not that. 11 laps to go. I don't know if my lap counter is correct or because I got lapped, so we'll have to see. We're gonna be close on fuel. I just changed it to laps of fuel left. Got 10.3 laps of fuel left. He's gonna box next lap. All right. Well, we're gonna find it all out. It's the big reveal. Who's gonna be ahead of who? I cannot imagine a scenario where I'm ahead of him. It's just gonna be how close am I? Because if he's not taking tires, then it's gonna save 10 seconds, and I can't imagine I made up 10 seconds. Well, I've got exactly the right amount of fuel left. I might sputter coming through the final corner, but it's fine. Push it to the line. Oscar in front, up in front of this 906 here. The Janetta. I'm going to catch Oscar on the straight here, hopefully. Just get around him cleanly. Jimmy's into the pits. See if he gets out in front of me. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be out in front of me. Yeah. Is that him? Is that him that I see? Aiden comes out right in front of me here. Yeah, he's just a few cars up the road. I got to get around this traffic ASAP. One other GT40 there, but I think he's a lap down. All right, get around both those 906s. Jimmy is the blue car up the road. I have much nicer, I have 32 lap newer tires than Jimmy. Oh, come on, what am I doing? That's the worst I've taken that the whole race. Ah. Got a lot of traffic ahead though, so it's a pretty big gap, but I'll do my best here. Around that car in front, but I think I'll get through the S's without that being an issue. It's a big gap. I'd love to get around these two here. See him. I got so much traffic though. Trying to clear some of these cars on the straight here. Get around the 275 and be side by side with Daniel here, but should clear him as well. He backs out. Just hear him lift off there. All right, we got Nate Cowan in front. One more car and then Jimmy. He's the third car in line in front of me here. Still, that was gonna be my best lap ever. It's 2/100th slow. Mod does the blinker, so go up the inside. Jimmy runs a bit wide. I do as well. Come on. Slightly clearer track here. I should be able to eat him up with these tires. Run out of laps here real quick. It's gonna be close on fuel. I'm using a lot more fuel. Hope we have 1 lap less than the pit board's telling me. So, or else I'm gonna run out like right here on the last lap. Come on, best lap by 3/10, 50.5. He runs into the dirt there, so do I. I'll keep it a little tighter than he does. It's running away. Come on. Yeah, a lot of traffic up here. This might be the deciding factor, to be honest. Jimmy's not going to be happy about that. Car spun out as a jag, about wide. I think that's for position as well. Lost so much time through there. What am I doing? Daydreaming or something? How am I so short on fuel? Do I have 5 laps to go, or I think I have one less lap. I'm not going to care about it. I think I have 1 less lap than it's showing me because I got lapped. I tested this and should have more than enough fuel to make it around. All right, come on.
Oh, she's getting spicy.
Hang in there, bud. On to go.
Big understeer there. At the inside of this 906. It's a tight squeeze, but I had to do it. Lock up over the hill, just held it on the pavement. It's crazy that Felix slapped me because I haven't seen any other front runners. Almost lost the rear end there. Stuck up behind this 906. Just gonna be just outside of slipstreaming distance here. But you can see the gaps coming down. He's got two cars side by side in front of him. One goes off into the dirt. It's a Jag. Oh, this is not good for him. He's gonna be so upset. All right, right on the rear end then. This isn't really how I'd want to do it, but you gotta take the opportunities as you get them. Cleo's sticking in it. I mean, I guess it is for position, so might as well. Jimmy runs real deep there. Get around the inside of him. Oh, Jimmy. Bang doors a little bit through turn number 9. Gets back around me. Come on. Side by side, we'll come down to the kink. I'm gonna push him out to the right as far as I can. The net code is nuts. He's gonna slide in front of me. We go around to the low side under him. Boy, he's gonna squeeze me down. Fair play. Get around the inside of him here up to turn 1. Oh, he's gonna squeeze me. Ugh. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch that back. From my view, I felt like I was in the right taking the line I did. But we'll have to see. Alright, we'll just finish it out. Well, I guess I got Adam 2.4 seconds up. I don't know what car he's in though. Oh, it's the Maserati there. Let's see if I can get back around this Maserati. The net code was wild. I mean, it's a bummer because it was nice to fight close like that, but ooh, we got a backwards car up here, Evan. Slid around backwards. You're second place in front of me. I think we're going to be coming to the final, or the white flag up here. Oh, for fun. It's a bummer, though. I really feel like I was in the right with the line I took. But we're going to watch it back after the race, and we can figure out what's going on. Oh, Jimmy has slowed down. Is it a flat tire, or is he give me a pity position? Ooh, we got big smokes. Car crashing, I think. All right, I think we're on the last lap. I don't know if he's going to try to pass me again or what. Or is it the pity position? This better be the last lap because I do not have enough fuel to get around again. Drew and the Mark II in front, all over the track, maybe just lighting them up for fun. All right, we'll come down. I believe this is it. Better be. Yeah, this is it. Felix just won the race. We'll come down to the final turn. I pushed real hard for that whole thing. And it's a shame it kind of ended like that. But I guess it's nice of Jimmy to let me by. Just do a nice drift here. This guy's in front of me doing the same thing. Come across the line, finish the Riverside 200. And probably quite a beaten, battered, and bruised Mark 1. That was pretty tiring today. All right, here comes the Bandito. Where did Nate finish? That's the real question. I'll have to look at the final results and see what position in class I finished in. I have no idea where we were, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show.
I don't know if you can hear me, Jake, but they're telling me I closed the door on you pretty hard. Not intention, mate. Sorry about that. That's why I gave the position back. But it's good fun. Good fun to be on track again. I think this counts another win for you.
Yeah, no, I want to watch the replay, but the warping was so bad there through the end of the lap, especially on the banked oval. I don't know how it was for you, but I wasn't shocked we came together, but I thought I had a right position there, so I'll take a look at it. Nate, where are you? Are you still on the track?
I just finished. I managed to stay out on the lead lap.
Oh wow!
Only just. I think
Gearbox blew up.
Yeah, and it started giving up on the last lap there as well. So I need to get my graphics sorted so I can see why it's doing that.
Looks like Yami probably won our class. No, Sean Campbell did. Man, he finished like 6th.
I was gonna say, unless Sean just.
Sean finished 6th overall.
This is what I mean. He was so focused on one lap pace, and I'm sat there thinking, you could be half a second slower than us. You'll turn up on the race and just do that lap time every lap, and you beat us by a mile anyway. Yeah, that was good fun.
Well, I'm very, very sweaty after all that. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where I finished. We'll have to look at the actual results, but maybe top 5, 1, 2, 3, 4th, maybe? I'm not sure if other folks exited, because as they exit, they disappear. But let's take a quick peek at a few of the replays. I want to watch two things. I want to watch that starting crash that I got involved in, and then I want to watch the incident with Jimmy there at the end, and we'll see if we can learn anything from it. But massively fun race. Even regardless of how it ended, it was still very fun. I hope you enjoyed watching it as well. This is one of my favorites every year. Let's see, play. Yeah, I don't know. Sean Campbell is otherworldly fast. All right. Was enjoyable. Good. All right, let's watch. I think the first one was at the end of the first lap. So this is us coming to take the green. Maybe we'll watch the beginning of the race and watch up until that crash, because you guys said it was on lap 2, right? So we're coming to take the green flag here. Whoa, I have a massive, like, you know that feeling when you stand up real quick and you're dehydrated? That feeling, whatever that is. It was real fun, though. It's a shame we came together there, but it's racing. I hit him last year. He hit me last year, so I owe him one, I guess. All right, so this is where we came across the line to start the race. Yeah, yeah, Paolo, you can hear the car, like, you know, they move in real space. So you can hear when cars are in front or behind you and everything. Yeah, the start, I really just didn't want to run to the back of Jimmy. I was going quite slow here, but... Yeah, John, first of all, slow down. Second of all, if you enjoyed this and missed all the conversation up front, we'll be back again next weekend. Same time almost, a little earlier start, but we're doing a 12-hour of Le Mans at the classic Le Mans circuit with 60 other cars, 3 driver teams. I'll be teaming up with Jimmy and Nate, all in the same car. We'll be going for 12 hours to see how well we can do in this Mark 1 GT40. So this is a bit of a warm-up, and I feel pretty good about my pace. I mean, Jimmy and I were very similar pace actually, so that works out. I'm not super slow or something. We'll come around. So this was the end of the first lap, so I guess it happened at the end of the next lap. So I think I'll be streaming the whole thing. I got to figure out. Yeah, we can't hit each other next week. That's right. I've never done a stream that long, first of all, and it starts at 6 a.m. my time. I won't be taking the first stint. I already told them that, which I think is fine. But I'd like to stream the start of the race, so it might be a very early start for me. Yeah, we're going to do driver swaps and AC. I did it last year. This is the same race I did last year, but it was a 6-hour last year, and I did it only with Nate. And you can find that on the channel. We drove the Matra in the 2-liter class. It was very fun. We had a great time. And so this year, the race has been doubled in length. They've got to be working up to a full distance one, I guess. But, oh yeah, that's right. There was a car spun here. Should be at the end of this lap, the big kerfuffle happened. Hey, Haley. Yeah, it was a really good battle. You wrung the neck of that little Alpha because it's obviously not very fast in a straight line. So the fact that you were able to battle with Jimmy and I for so long was really, really impressive. And good, clean fun, too. Yeah, Paulo, I'll be teaming up with Jimmy and Nate. So we'll all be in the same car together. All right, here we come. There goes Sean Campbell. Maybe we'll jump up to his car there. All right, here's this little pack. Or no, this is Lars. Hold on. I want to make sure we get the right car for this so that we can see what happened. This is Assetto Corsa being confusing. All right, this is Nate's view of the boat. So Sean's in the Shelby. Whoa, that's really not Sean's fault there. He was going wide, and they kind of came together. So Sean's in the Cobra here. We'll watch this in slow motion. So coming into the corner, GT40 there on the inside. I don't know who that is. Doesn't really matter. Slides up a bit. I'm going to say that was just overcooked a bit. I mean, that's like a normal line for the GT40, but what can you do? They're going to follow around the corner here. I would imagine, Sean, that next year is going to be the 24. If this one goes well, I can't imagine they're going to shorten it. So, all right, coming around the corner here. Here's Jimmy on the bottom side in the 6. He's going to sneak by. There's me in the 8 right behind Jimmy. I get up behind Sean, and he picked up his speed quite quick, so there's no issue there. Oh, I got clobbered by the Maserati. I didn't see that. So, yeah, not a lot I could have done there. I'm very lucky, though, the car kept straight, and I really didn't hit anything, so the car wasn't damaged. And I didn't lose that much. In the moment, I felt like I lost 20 positions. But yeah, I almost had contact again with the Maserati, but was able to avoid it there. Got a little bit argy-bargy, for sure. All right, let's go back. How do I find my car again? Oh, no. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Yeah, here I am. All right, let's look at the final couple of laps here with Jimmy. We'll watch it in regular speed. Yeah, I actually couldn't have recovered that much better. Watch the last few laps of the race, though. So I'm chasing Jimmy down here. I remember getting around that 906. I was like, I need to do it. And really, I don't know if I would have caught him had he not got caught up behind the couple of the Jag up here in front. I don't think he was a lap down, maybe, but I don't have a keypad on this keyboard. That's the problem, so can't do it. Can't do it. All right, so Jimmy's going to get caught up behind these two in front of us, and that's going to allow me to really get up to him. And I think it was at the hairpin at the top of the hill here that we, yeah, the Jag ran off there. This allowed me to really catch him. And this is where I passed Jimmy. I think he just made a bad decision on how to get around the Jag, or the Jag did something different than he thought he was going to do, so I was able to sneak up the inside. But Jimmy was able to keep it side by side here, and I maybe didn't race him as hard. Actually, he kind of knocked me off the track there. Not a lot I could have done. It's fair. That's all fair. The damage level is lower, so that is in place. Yeah, the netcode was a little rough here. I mean, 60 cars, I guess, is taxing, but hey, at least the GT40s here look good side by side like this. We came to the final corner, and Jimmy, fair line there, but he's going to sweep out wide. He just has no grip on his tires, so I dive down low, get up the inside of him, and he squeezed me, rightly so, which is perfect thing to do. It's very much like oval racing. He bounces off the wall. I switched to the inside here. We're going to watch this several times, and we came together. And I thought I might be able to save it, but no luck. No luck. Yeah, I had to up my replay settings. I finally remembered to do it because the last couple of races they cut out before the end. All right, let's see a couple other cameras here. Here's from far away. Honestly, it is not like this super egregious crash. It's one of those. I mean, I'm quite tight though. It is such a innocuous crash, if I can use a word like that. Uh-oh. Where did we go? Come on. Yeah, I think this race is like 4 gigabytes or something, the replay. There's so many cars out there. I mean, I was sliding, but I think I was keeping as tight a line as I could. And I was in front of his rear axle, so I don't know. I honestly don't know how to call that. He's the one that does those types of things, so we'll see what he thinks about it. But what a race today. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. I had a nice crowd in here today. I thank Jimmy and Nate being teammates, and Nate especially for making the setup and everything was super nice. And I'm really excited to race with both of them next weekend. And then, of course, Alex Brundle to put a team together with us and put his name on it. I feel like that's really big for this hobby, to have somebody like him come in and say, yeah, I think this is cool, and it would be fun to put my name on it and everything. And so I'm hopeful we didn't let them down coming together there, but it was a really good show, and I'm excited for next weekend with the big race at Le Mans. So I think that's it for this. I'm going to go catch up on the real Daytona 24 Hours. Sounds like it had an interesting start, and maybe debrief with the boys, and I'll be back at least next weekend, if not sooner, with something else. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, and yeah, until next time, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay warm if it's colder you are, and hopefully you don't get covered with snow like I'm about to be tonight. But see y'all later. Have a good one.